Hi guys, my name is Lukas and you probably know me from the other Cryptojobs.com YouTube videos where I took interviews with Thomas Criello, Carl Runefer and some other very interesting people. I thought, wouldn't it be interesting for you, people who are looking for a Web3 job, for a remote job, to basically see my perspective of things. I'm working remotely, I'm working for a Web3 company where I'm responsible for social media content and marketing, talking about the biggest advantages and disadvantages working remotely for a Web3 company. Now the very first advantage is clear. You own your own time. You decide whenever you work, whenever your day starts, and what counts is actually how much you can deliver, okay? The performance is the #1 measure of your success. Now the best thing starts in the morning when I don't have to set up an alarm clock. You heard it right. Web3 company judges you on your performance and not on the time you spend on a specific task. If you're quick on accomplishing tasks, you can literally spend your day as you want and wherever you want. Usually I start my day at about 9 a.m. Guys, I don't have a watch because the reality is I don't need a watch. I usually wake up between 8:30 to 9:30 o'clock and that's fine. The company is totally fine with that as long as I deliver the performance. For a few hours, I usually work at my laptop, I deliver the work that I have to deliver or I want to deliver, and then I usually head to the city to either have some fun and do some side activity, or I just go to a co-working space where I put some more deeper work in. A mobile phone, a laptop, a camera, that basically sums up everything that I need for a perfect working environment. The second advantage that I like about working in Web3 is that this kind of a freedom and the trust that you have working for a Web3 company. Now we're in April 2023 and I decided to came to this very little known country called Bosnia and Hercegovina. And I thought, why not spending a month here and working from this beautiful location? And why would you want to work in a corporation, basically sit in the office in this cubicle, whatever country you are, work 9 to 5, where you could actually focus on the performance, delivering your task, and basically earning the same amount of income working for a Web3 company. Now, I came to the city just to basically show you and prove you guys that you can work from any location. You don't have to be in Dubai or Barcelona or Monaco or those expensive places. I can be anywhere in the middle of Bosnia and Herzegovina, a beautiful city called Mostar. Let's discover the city and let's see if people actually know something about Web3. Our goal is clear. We want to find a location-independent individuals that are also interested in crypto. Nice to meet you guys. So, first question of the day is, have you heard about the term Web3?
Well, I'm not familiar with it.
Me neither.
Okay, no worries. Have you ever considered investing in cryptocurrencies or maybe you own some cryptocurrencies?
Well, it's definitely interesting and I want to do some research on it, but I haven't done any investing yet.
Well, I didn't invest as well, but I am interested. I'm actually starting to be interested in cryptocurrency because I have a few friends that are more into cryptocurrency.
Not really.
Okay. What do you think about remote work?
Well, a lot of my family does it, so I'm really familiar with it, but I'm not sure if I want to do it.
I would like to give it a shot, and I think overall it's a great opportunity for us if we want to travel and at the same time do some job. So I think it's a great opportunity. So it's up to us whether we are going to choose a remote job or regular job, more traditional one.
Yes, I think that's a great opportunity.
So you're basically now going to the high school, right?
Yes.
What are you planning to do in the future? What kind of profession you would like to take?
Teacher.
Well, teacher,
And why is that?
because I love that profession and I love kids.
And would you like to work as a teacher here in Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina, or you think maybe you would go to a different country and work from there?
In a different country.
Do you invest in cryptocurrencies or are you planning to invest in cryptocurrencies?
No, but my little brother does it.
Okay. And what he invests in?
I'm not sure because I'm not really into that kind of stuff, but I guess it's not bad if you know how to do it.
I spent more than 5 years working for a corporation, and actually now I feel that I'm capable to compare a Web3 company with a corporation job, right? And one big difference that I notice is that in the Web3 company you can do much more impact. First of all, because usually there are smaller companies. Of course, there's Coinbase, there are some other big companies like Binance, right? However, the pre-majority of the Web3 companies, they are smaller companies. It means that you can make much bigger difference. And as a young person, what we want to do, we actually want to make a difference when we come into a company. Because you know, you heard the term corporate slave. When you go to maybe a big 4 company and you spend 9 to 5 working every single day, that's really boring, right? And it's not fulfilling. I didn't feel fulfilled when I was working as a consultant. You work for a Web3 company, right? And you bring economical benefits to the company will see that. Your boss will see that. And you have much more power to ask for a higher salary. I remember in my corporate job, they told me that they will increase my salary by 4% every 2 to 3 years. And that's really nothing. That's less than inflation level, and that's really nothing that I would be proud of. However, in a Web3 company, if you bring some economical benefits to the company, you can ask for your boss and the company itself to get those economical benefits in form of your salary. And only if you work remotely, you have the chance to discover places like this. Just look at this whole building. This whole building contains bullets from the Yugoslavian war in the late 90s, right? It was not repaired and not touched since that time. If you work in the corporate world, you would most probably have to take your 2 or 3 or 4 weeks vacation that you have to really come and discover those places. If you work remotely, if you're working for Web3, you can do that during your working time. Traveling doesn't have to be expensive. Now we're in Bosnia and Hercegovina, right, where prices are really reasonable, right? So you could even save money while living here or spending some time over here. And most important, we are not sacrificing quality of your work if you're traveling. You can work early mornings, you can also work late evenings, whenever you feel that you can accomplish your work. So now we just came to the co-working zone where I basically like to spend my days. We're most probably going to meet some people there that are having entrepreneurship projects or just working for some other companies. Let's meet them and let's see what they know about Web3. Things, working in the co-working spaces that you can just meet random people that are working either on their projects or basically working remotely. You can meet them, greet them, and maybe, share ideas together with them. So maybe you could quickly introduce yourself.
My name is Sharon. I'm from Israel. I was running the Israeli digital nomad community until recently. And I left Israel a few months ago and started nomading and exploring. I was living in Bulgaria, Albania. I do mainly copywriting and content writing right now for living.
What was the point when you decided to really start working remote?
COVID came and we all started to work remotely. They sent us all home and I decided I don't want to live in a big city anymore. So I packed my suitcase, my car, my guitar, my backpack, and I just drove north and started to live in different locations around the country, in the desert, the Dead Sea, in the north. And I realized that this is a much more fun way of living than commuting to the office every day. At some point, I just decided, let's just expand and do it abroad.
Do you invest in cryptocurrencies or are you planning to invest in cryptocurrencies?
I don't know much about crypto. I was not investing much time in reading about that stuff. It's just not in my top priorities right now.
Co-working place is a perfect alternative for a busy office. And yes, you can also find a coffee, fruits, snacks, and meet other digital nomads. You'll find meeting rooms and call rooms and can hang out with the awesome crew visiting the co-working place. No distractions, pure work. So we are here with the second lovely guest of today who is working at the co-working places here in Mostar. And maybe you could quickly present yourself and tell us what you do.
Hi, I'm Rada. I work as a digital marketing specialist. I've been remote working for about 2 years now. And I've bounced around in Turkey, in Pakistan, in the UK. This is my first time here in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I love it so far.
Do you have any crazy stories about basically working remotely? Something unusual?
Well, initially when I started working, I wasn't really sure how okay my boss would be to know that I am in a different city every 2 days. So I used to hide that from my boss a lot. So every time we'd have meetings, I would have to sit in a very strategic place where you couldn't really tell where I was. But then my boss started picking up on the different backgrounds. So he's like, how many rooms do you have in your house? Every time we call, you're in a different room. And that's when I was like, I'm kind of like in a whole different country right now. But my boss took it very well because I thought that it would hamper his impression of me or like how seriously or diligently I take the work. So then I slowly started like letting him know that I am not an individual that stays in one place for too long.
Do you invest in cryptocurrencies or are you planning to invest in cryptocurrencies?
I do. And I did do it very extensively for like before, the big crash happened, I think about a few months ago. But ever since the crash happened, I've taken it like a little slowly.
Well, what's your favorite token? What's your favorite cryptocurrency?
My favorite is Ethereum.
Woo! It's now after 4 p.m. and in exactly 11 minutes, I have a meeting with my marketing team in my company. Now, the good thing about working remotely and working in Web3 is that you are never late to your meetings. And the reason why is that you have everything which you need to have in your phone. You can access all the cloud, all the files, all the presentation, everything is in your phone. So the only thing I have to do actually right now is just to find a place where I can sit, I can put my headphones, and I can have a very quick call. So let's do that right now. You don't need a suit and an office desk on the 25th floor to be productive. And actually, my own team doesn't even know where I am. That's literally the beauty of working in Web3. Guys, I tried finding disadvantages of working remotely and I couldn't. I prefer to work from whenever I want. I would like to split my time as I want myself. And now, the best part of today's video, I'm enjoying the Bosnian food, and see you in the next one. And remember guys, if you want to work remotely, you can find any role in Web3 on Cryptojobs.com, apply there, and start your own journey in Web3. Ciao, see ya.